when I think about twofold moral purpose, I'm thinking about that we have like two processes in our life that go together, they go along. So this is first our personal like improvement, like our personal like advancement and the advancement of our society, or the way we can contribute to the advancement of society, and we cannot separate them.
Society is not just a bringing together of random individuals. Like, society is not just a coming together of individuals, but rather there are systems and cultures that kind of make up society. So we can understand that an individual in society can't just suddenly say, okay, now I'm going to be a good person and I'm going to supersede the forces in my society, all the destructive and constructive forces. So then we see that, okay, this process of the individual and society developing together has to occur.
Like, the individual contributes to the environment contributes to the individual. I think that every individual that's engaged in this process has come out in this conference more purposeful and like very determined to be a part of this process and like commit himself. And this obviously will affect the environment.
मुझे यहाँ पर आके पता चला कि मेरे जीवन का एक दोहरा नैतिक उद्देश्य भी है। मतलब मेरा खुद का व्यक्तिगत, हमेशा मुझे यही लगता था कि मेरा खुद का ही व्यक्तिगत है और मुझे ये करना है, मेरे लिए वो करना है। लेकिन यहाँ पर आके पता चला कि दोहरा उद्देश्य है, हमारे समाज के लिए कुछ करना है, सेवा करना है। इसलिए मैं अब आगे आकर मैं भी यही चाहूँगी कि सारे युवा आगे आकर अपने समाज का भी डेवलपमेंट करें और खुद का भी डेवलपमेंट करें।
An individual that decides to serve their community by offering a children class, you can see the type of transformation that is happening within themselves, but the transformation also that they are bringing to their community around them. They start developing certain capacities that allows them to do other things and not only the children's classes. So it's really amazing to see how this transformation happens at the two levels and not only at one.
For me, the twofold moral purpose is like my own journey towards moral excellence. When I taught children classes, there's some other spiritual qualities that you gain from them. Like, you learn to be patient, you learn to have some humility. You also learn to be detached from your opinions of what children should do and not do. So it helped me as an individual, and at the same time, I felt like I was doing something positive for the society.
At first, this youth didn't understand anything about prayer. And then we learned about prayer. Even me, I learned from them, and then they learned something from me. I'm not like I'm the teacher. Yeah, we teach each other, and then I grow spiritually and intellectually with their help. Yeah, because every time they teach me like all those qualities, because I want them to live their life, then I help them. I lead by example so that we can be able to change the community and change the youth.
When we have, or when we're serving together, that's an element of collective transformation. Serving in our community, building, community building activities. All these are collective transformation. But when we do this together and we're serving with other friends, it actually leads to individual transformation and improving our own spiritual life.
Weil das eine zweifache Bestimmung ist, dass wir halt, indem wir etwas für andere tun, selbstlos sind, dass wir dann erst begreifen, was uns ausmacht, unsere Fähigkeit, unsere Talente dadurch erst entwickeln werden. Und das Dienst einer Menschheit ist eigentlich, das ist das ganz Essentielle, um einen Beitrag zu leisten für die Besserung der Welt.
Cuando uno junta todo esto y lo lleva a la comunidad, lo lleva a los procesos comunitarios, se está dando ese momento en el que el doble propósito moral entra en juego, porque entonces el individuo como tal está desarrollando sus capacidades, pero la está desarrollando porque está haciendo cosas por la comunidad, entonces está actuando allí. Entonces es básicamente como ese espacio en donde estas dos cosas se juntan.
It feels like service is the only way for the transformation to happen at the same time within the individual and in society.
It becomes like a link connecting my own individual transformation and the society, because for me it would be impossible to progress if there was no service, because how would I develop my spirituality? How would I cultivate my attitudes that I need for me to develop as an individual? So service is like the arena that I can be able to fulfill these potentials.
Porque el servicio también era una parte fundamental, que era como nosotros nos llenamos como una fuente de todas las capacidades, absorbemos todo, pero al final el servicio es como ese espacio donde podemos sacarlo y ver que tanto hemos estado en verdad sintiéndola.